Okay, last week we decided to watch Eli Roth's clown movie to prepare for the Terror Tram experience at Universal Studios. I watched it first, and then once we got back from Universal Studios, I showed it to her because I thought it was pretty awesome.
In my defense, I did want to watch it before we went to Universal Studios, but somebody didn't call me.
We had to sleep early, that's why. And this one doesn't go to sleep, so. Okay, so the movie, I highly recommend it, and it's very rare that I highly recommend a movie. This movie was very creepy. It was very dark. There was a lot of really cool anthology that went along with it.
It was pleasantly surprising.
Anytime I've ever seen a clown movie, it's been a huge letdown, and this movie was a pleasant surprise.
It really was. I wasn't expecting much. You don't expect much from movies.
Especially with clowns. Yeah.
You think it's going to be gimmicky, it's going to be cliche.
Campy.
It's going to go like, oh, well, it's just some crazy. No. That's not what happened.
This was very well written. The costumes were very well made. Special effects was really well done. There was only like a couple, I think one moment that we didn't appreciate the special effects, and it was more of a digital effect rather than anything else. And
but altogether, even when there was special effects, it wasn't bad.
No, everything was done really, really well. Let's see, what was something that we wanted to talk about? I know I don't want to really get into spoilers until the end of the video because I have followers that may have not seen this yet. But it came out in, I believe, 2014, and I had no idea that Eli Roth had made a clown movie until the Universal Studios had announced that he was in charge of clown Terror Tram section. And that it was nothing to do with his movie, by the way. If you're going to Universal Studios and you expect to see the stuff that he did in his movie, it was nothing to do with that. So just be aware of that. This movie is worth renting. I rented it on Amazon for $4.99, and I watched it twice in 2 days. So that says a lot for a movie if I can watch it twice in 2 days.
No, seriously, it was that good. I wasn't expecting it to be as good. She was like, "Oh, it was pretty damn good," and I was like, oh, "It can't be that good."
And I told her,
I watched it, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, this is actually really awesome."
And I had told her it was an amazing movie, and that I was really surprised because I didn't expect much either. But Eli Roth did a really good job.
The things that you don't expect anything that happened to happen.
Yeah.
So I will say, yeah, Eli Roth really, I think he
knocked it out of the park.
He did. Yeah, this is definitely, that's why I am really sad that they didn't actually stick with the concept for the tram, because the concept was so good. Yeah. It was really, they could have done, like, they really just put his name on the Terror Tram, let's be honest. But the movie just, I'm sorry, blew the maze out of the water.
And we did want to talk about a little bit of spoilers, and I usually like to get my spoilers out of the video. So from this point on, if you're not wanting to see any spoilers, go ahead and turn off the video and go watch the movie.
Mute it.
Go watch the movie now if you haven't, and then you can come back and watch the rest of it if you want to. If you haven't seen this movie, you're stopping now, please leave us a comment down below when you actually get a chance to watch this movie and tell us what you think. Okay? Okay, so were there a few things that you wanted to talk about the movie?
Mostly, I loved the makeup and stuff that they did with the costume and how it was like, because it was like it was becoming one with him, and like the detail on it, like where you could see like the costume like around his belly. Yeah, it looked real. Like that really looked like skin. Yeah. And it looks so good. Like it did not look like a costume at all. It didn't look gimmicky or cake-like or anything. It was really good. I have to say that was probably my favorite part of the whole movie.
Yeah, well, the anthology of the clown and where the clown came from was really cool.
That was the highlight, really.
It was the best thing. I had never, and I even wonder, is it a true legend? Or
if anybody knows if this is actually based on some sort of legend or myth, whatever, folklore, Like, let us know, because I want to research the hell out of that, really, because it was so interesting.
So basically the legend was there was a cloyne, and I guess it was a demon sort
Yes.
of creature, and it it lived in a cold area, and its nose blistered up, and that's where we get the red nose for the clown. And it ate children.
Yeah, it required
Five
children, one for each month of winter.
Yeah.
So
So that's why we have the clown.
It was like people just turned this horribly negative entity into this happy thing that was actually meant to bring joy to people and to children and not to scare them. And so we're finding out that, you know, it has a dark history.
Yeah, so it'd be really cool if that was actually like a true legend. But I don't know.
I think I would like clowns a little bit more if that was the case.
I know, it's so strange, but yeah, I think I would too. So that's our review, I guess, on the clown, unless you want to talk about anything else.
The actors.
The actors did a really amazing job. One specifically that we always enjoy in all his movies is Peter Stormare. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He's been in all kinds of things, like Lost World,
Constantine, where he played the devil.
Yes,
which was amazing.
There's a ton.
I know. I remember him from Prison Break. His character was really good.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say what happened to his character, but he did a really good job.
He always does an amazing job, and he did an amazing job in this movie. You just really buy him as
this unfortunate guy who, you know,
found this interesting curse. That poor kid in the hotel.
Oh, okay. That was when I really realized this movie is, you don't think it's gonna go there.
It's Eli Roth. It'll go there.
Freaking goes there.
It'll go there.
And
I should have a moment of silence for that kid.
You just that kid. The whole time I was like, kid, you need to go home. You need to stay home.
Oh gosh.
If they're watching spoilers,
I will never look at Chuck E. Cheese tunnels the same again.
Oh no. The
play structures.
I already didn't like Chuck E. Cheese, and now I really don't like Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
They called it Chunky.
Chunky. Oh, it was a chunky cheese. Excuse me. But either way, it's about right.
My mom never let me go in those. She was always paranoid about them.
Well, for good reason. She must have known that.
She instinctually knew.
It was a coin.
There might have been a coin.
And from now on, they are known as
coins.
Fun fact, on the tram at Universal, these two, you can't see the other one, kept saying, where are the coins? Where I want to see coins. Coins, where are coins? I thought they were just stupidly saying clowns. The whole time I was like, oh my god, shut up, you guys sound stupid. Now
we were being serious.
So now I know, and now they're
forever coins.
They are forever coins. Like, I'll never see the circus the same again. Barnum and Bailey are demon hunters.
Oh my god. Hey, that could be a movie.
Eli Roth! Somebody, do it!
This movie was very reminiscent of a childhood movie or book, whichever, that it was a movie show. In this movie, R.L. Stine's The Haunted Mask, the main character puts on the mask, and I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about because it was all of your childhoods except for this one.
I watched the show, and then after you reminded me of it, I went online and I found it, and then I did remember. It was a little girl, right?
Yes,
okay.
Carly Beth. And she puts on these masks because she's tired of being boring.
It was a creepy mask,
not
too.
Scary. Anyway, it becomes part of her face, and she can't take it off, right?
It even starts to take over her personality and the way she is.
She was morphing
becomes
into
more like
the more like the creature, more like the demon, the unloved or whatever, the unloved faces. Even when I was a kid, my dad would put on a Halloween mask, and he would pretend like he couldn't get it off. He was like, I can't get it off, and it would be like, are you kidding me right now? That reminded me of the movie because, I mean, this guy, he's trying to put on a clown suit to make his son happy and everything. Yeah, and then he falls asleep in it, and then he can't get this nose off, he can't get the hair off, he can't get the skin off, the suit off, and it was just like, this is a lot like R.L. Stine's Haunted Mask. So it was very similar to me, but I think
Yeah.
it was a really good twist on the idea of becoming
Yes.
something that you put on you and can't get off anyway.
And just a really good twist on clowns in general.
Yeah.
Because
Cloyne.
they're
Cloyne.
cloynes in general, because I think, I don't know, is there a lot known about clowns and how they came to be, or like where they...
It's not my forte. There might be.
There probably is.
I'm
but
taking it as Eli Roth's story is now the backstory on all clowns.
Eli Roth,
I'm
we now
okay.
take
I'm
your
down with that. Yeah, I'm
take
down to
your
just
story.
accept Eli Roth's explanation.
anthology on clowns or
And the myth,
cloynes.
yeah.
Cloynes.
I love that myth. It was such a great idea.
I also like to point out that this movie is another example that everything is the kid's fault. Just saying. He'd still have a dad.
Yeah. Sucks. Anyway, if you watched this movie, and I hope you have, especially since you've been watching the spoilers,
Yes.
leave us a comment down below and tell us what you thought about this movie. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.